Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another Disneyland video. I hope you're having a fantastic, amazing day. I'm joined with Mr. Theme Park Shark once again. We have a pretty exciting day ahead of us. So let's get rolling.
Arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And Super Ticket offers same-day admission.
All right, we have officially arrived at Disneyland. I made a big mistake during today's visit to Disneyland. I normally use my DSLR to film all of my videos, but unfortunately I forgot my SD card. That's all right, I have the iPhone 14 Pro, so the quality should be just as good.
The innovation on cellular phones today is actually quite significant, so I think you'll still have a up to standard vlog today, I would say.
But that won't stop us from having an incredible day here at the Disneyland Resort.
A great day today. I'm excited.
After all, it is the happiest place on earth, isn't it?
Sure is, and it's been that way since the 60s.
Actually, since 1955.
There you go.
To begin our day, we've made it into Disney California Adventure. And right off the bat, it's starting to look like a pretty busy day inside of this side of the theme parks. Something I didn't know that Disney does is that they sell strollers over at Oswald's Tires. In yesterday's video, we talked about the Halloween merchandise, and they actually have some of that displayed out here. Also, if you're looking for some of the other Halloween hats and ears, they offer them right over here as well. This may be something we haven't discovered yet, but yesterday I did not see this. It's a Halloween Mickey Mouse bubble wand, which is very, very unique. I really love the design they put on it. It's interesting that they haven't set up any Oogie Boogie Bash decorations quite yet. We do have Halloween merchandise, but no decorations. It's the 3rd of August, and all of the celebrations begin on September 1st. I was unfortunately not able to purchase my Oogie Boogie Bash tickets on time. I feel like they sell the tickets a little too early. Maybe they should sell it in August when everything's been announced already. But when they sell the tickets out in June, I have no idea what my schedule looks like over in September. They're currently rapidly working on the transformation of Pacific Warf to San Fransokyo because it opens August 31st. We're only a few weeks away from San Fransokyo opening. I'm very, very excited. I'm especially excited for the permanent Baymax meet and greet area. They've already wrapped up most of the paintwork around the facades in Pacific Warf. I got a quick laugh out of this because I noticed that they made the men and women's restroom look like Baymax. That's so funny. It appears that they've already constructed the iconic pillars to the San Fransokyo Bridge. It's just a matter of when they're gonna paint it. Since they don't have much time, it'll most likely happen within the next week or two. Very curious to see if they'll keep the little earthquake effect that occurs on that bridge over here. If not, it makes sense, but San Fransokyo is a mix of both San Francisco and Tokyo. I also noticed that they moved Karl Strauss to a more permanent location. Before it used to be towards the opposite side of this little port, but they now recently moved it to this new location, which is now open. And if I'm not wrong, I believe that's going to be the area where you can meet Baymax. I like that they provided a little rendering of what the final product of this bridge will look like. It looks very, very nice. I'm so excited to see it in person. Dustin placed a mobile order to pick up the carriage-inspired chicken sandwich and the Baymax macaroon. Both look really, really good.
I'm excited to try it. I think it's gonna be good.
Get your final rides on Radiator Spring Racers because the attraction's going to be closing on August 18th and it'll reopen on the 27th of August. This is about a 2-week refurbishment. We shouldn't notice any huge changes, but it's something important to note down because this is one of the marquee attractions in Disney California Adventure. Speaking of Radiator Springs, I thought it would be a little important to mention They decorate Cars Land for Halloween. A lot of people miss it, but they do a very thorough and incredible job with Cars Land. In fact, that's one of my favorite times to be inside of Cars Land. They just go all out for the Halloween season. That's all of the updates we needed to see over in Disney California Adventure. Next up, we're heading over to the Disneyland Park. Are you excited, Dustin?
I'm really excited. We've been here quite a few times this week. I think this is the most that we have come to this park probably since I was a little boy. So I think this is a fun day it's been, and I've just been excited to be here. You know, you can always feel the magic and the happiness from here. So I think we're about to feel it even more over at Disneyland.
We're now strolling down Main Street, USA, because we've crossed over to the Disneyland side. Feels so good to be out here. The sun is slowly coming down, so it's gonna naturally get cooler. Right now by the Royal Hall and the Royal Theater, they have a ton of scaffolding. They're preparing for a small refurbishment, maybe a repaint onto these facades. Now take a look at this. They just uncovered the Tiana's Palace sign. Also, all the scaffolding around the entire building itself have been lowered. I'd imagine they're only working on some minor details before officially opening or reopening the French Market, aka Tiana's Palace. Over on the Disneyland sign, we also picked up some of our favorite snacks. Diana picked up a chocolate-covered banana, and I picked up my favorite snack, the popcorn, the buttered popcorn. So good, right? This is actually fresh as well. There was no popcorn in the bin, and we picked it up as soon as it popped. Now, there's a huge noticeable change on the Splash Mountain mountain, and that's that the main tree stump that sits on the very top of the mountain has been removed. Aside from that, I'm not too sure what's going on inside of the mountain itself, but this is a crazy sight to see. Dustin, how do you feel about this?
You know, I think we briefly talked about this before. It's one of those things where it's a memory. We've been on Splash Mountain forever. I feel like it's synonymous with Disney parks. Like, it feels like something that when you think of a Disney park, I'm pretty sure you think of the mountains. You think of Big Thunder, you think of Splash Mountain, you think of space, like you think of mountain attractions. So the fact that Splash Mountain is no longer Splash Mountain, it's a little odd, but I understand the reason why. So hopefully this new attraction can still do justice to what Splash Mountain was, being a new quote-unquote classic attraction for Disneyland, and I think that's the hope. It just needs to be a good, fun attraction when it reopens.
I like that you mentioned the mountains around Disneyland. We're actually losing a mountain because of Splash Mountain. So with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, because there are no mountains in New Orleans, you can't find a single mountain, they're changing this into a salt mine. So this is now a salt mine, no longer a mountain. I feel like this is true for any store you visit past the first day of August. They're always loaded with lots of Christmas decorations and ornaments. But that will ultimately wrap up our day here at Disneyland. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. I'm JP, that's Dustin from Theme Park Shark. And that's a wrap. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye, guys.